Hey guys, you're watching the very next episode of the DELoL show, which is this one now, not the one next week. How do you feel about that?
I feel like I'm stuck in the past.
I'm a little confused by that intro.
You missed the Looper review. That's joke's not funny anymore.
Yeah.
All right, today in the studio we got Onward We March. Anybody can see around the studio? Clap your hands. We got David Gwelly from, he's the new director from a film project here in Dallas called Wraith, so we're going to talk to him for a little bit today. He gets a round of applause too.
Oh, we actually have enough people in here for like a solid.
I know. This is
solid
yeah,
applause.
We don't need the fake.
So we even have our booking lady, Carol, who booked the band today. So let's give her a round of applause for doing her job. Good job doing your job, Carol. We have in studio Stephen Fell, fan of the show, who finally was able to get off and come stay in. So
I can wave to your face.
Stephen Fell.
That's the face that goes with the name. It's good to see it.
And then, of course, we have the co-host. Okay. And then we have me, Del, your host for the DELoL show. So, well, that's what's on the show for today. So why don't we kick off the, what is it, that little new theme that we have put together for everybody, and then we'll come back.
New one.
That's right. I actually spent this whole week
theme.
fixing the little parts I didn't like so much, editing out taffeta, pretty much, putting more of me in there.
Such an ass.
Yeah, that's what I do. So, what do you think? I included more of Taft's boobs, less of her face. I've got nothing but good feedback from that so far. So, especially from James. He was like, that is great. I see way too much of her to begin with.
Our one-man focus group, James.
Yeah. I try to take it to the people in the streets. And literally, the hobo in the street that I show this to every week, James, is like, that's some good stuff. Now give me 50 cents. So
I got to feed my dog.
I got to feed my dog. And meanwhile, his dog's this invisible dog that has radar signals. Or dead. He's dragging around a dead dog with the little tinfoil hat on the dog, because that's the way it's got to be. All homeless people are offensive. So first off the studio today, we're going to talk to Derek Welly, director of the new film Wraith.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going all right.
Hey.
All right.
Let's make this uncomfortable for him.
Yeah.
Hey.
This is only my second podcast, so.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm just going to give him one word. So
my movie Wraith. That's what I'm here to talk about, right?
Yeah, let's hear about this now. So how long have you been working on this project?
Well, I've been working on it since the beginning of the year. That was just, developing the script, trying to get it in the right place. Then I brought in my producer, Chachi Hood, on it in May, and that's when we really got started working on it, trying to find locations, and then building the costume for our main character, the Wraith.
And so it's called Wraith. What is? I'm assuming there's a Wraith somewhere in it. So what's the film about?
Well, what Wraith is about is it kind of takes the slasher horror genre and the superhero genre and mashes them up. So you have a villain who's kind of akin to Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger, but he's a superhero. And he's, killing these teenagers who commit crimes like...
So it's like an anti-hero sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like the Punisher almost.
Kind of, except this guy... Punisher sometimes seems redeemable. This guy's never redeemable.
Okay.
Ever. He will kill you for crossing the street, jaywalking.
Oh, damn.
Jaywalking.
I'm screwed.
You're screwed every time you walk out the door.
I jaywalk everywhere.
Dead jaywalking. So how long have you had this idea? Where'd the premise come from?
Well, the premise actually came from, I have to say, I was watching Batman Begins.
You're watching a movie called Wraith. And he was like, I know what I should do.
Oh, I didn't even know about that movie until after I came up with the idea. And then I actually watched it, and I don't feel so bad about using the same name.
You get a little bit of redemption there.
Yeah.
I did not know
So you're
there was
watching-
another movie named Wraith.
Yeah, it has Charlie Sheen.
Oh,
Barely.
really?
Oh, wow.
Barely in it. He's just like, yeah, I'll be in this movie for like a couple minutes.
So you're watching the Batman film, and how did that proceed to, I'm going to make my own movie, like I'm Michael Bay.
Well, so I just thought that in one of the scenes where Batman's like taking out all these like criminals in a warehouse, and he's like, you know, popping out of nowhere and using the shadows to his advantage and, you know, preying on their fears. I thought that was kind of interesting for a superhero, and I thought, you know, what if there was a horror movie where that's what's happening, except, you know, it's through the eyes of the victims, and, you know, it's actually like meant to be kind of scary. And then I took it away from being scary to being more satire and funny.
Very good. Are you worried that in the 90s there was that TV show called Mantis that didn't bear
Yes.
any resemblance to what you're talking about at all? Do you fear there's going to be some kind of conflict? Or
Since you said there's no resemblance, I don't think so.
Okay, good.
Mantis was terrible.
Yes, it was.
It was painful to watch, but doesn't mean I didn't watch it.
I watched so many of those. So when is this going to be coming out?
Well, we don't start shooting until January. So hopefully April is around the time that'll be coming out. We'll try to get it into as many festivals as we can.
If people need some info about it, where can they go right now?
They can go to our website at whoisthewraith.com. We also have a Kickstarter. I don't have the URL memorized because it's got all those, you know, letters and numbers in there.
But if they search on Kickstarter,
if they
should
search
be able to find it.
Wraith, or like little subtitle is not all superheroes are heroic.
Okay, that's a good way to do
And,
it. Does it link to it from your website?
Yeah.
Okay,
We have
that's
our
it.
we have our Kickstarter, our Facebook, our YouTube page, our Twitter page, all linked onto our website.
Now, I know how hard it is to do, especially local film productions. And besides money, which is obviously the biggest help, I mean, is there anything else you're needing? Are you needing actors? If you got those, do you need production people?
We got our production people, but we're actually doing a casting call tomorrow. Can't remember the address, but that information is on our website as
On the
well.
website.
Yeah.
What are you
It's
casting for?
No, we're casting for the 4 teenagers who are going to be the victims
I'm in
our movie.
The four of us, let's go try out for the
Do you need
for the
handsome,
teenagers.
bespectacled
I look like a
men?
teenager.
Because Jay knows a few of those.
No, actually, each of the characters, they're dressed as, like, the movie takes place on Halloween night. So one of the characters, she's dressed up as Velma from Scooby-Doo. And we also have someone dressed up as Lex Luthor. So we want someone who will actually shave their head for
For
that.
a realistic
no
look,
bald
are you
caps.
going to wait till next Halloween to film it to get an authentic vibe?
No, we're shooting in January.
Oh,
we want to get this made as soon as possible.
I understand that. Trust me. So, is there anything else you'd like to talk to about the film?
If you check out our Kickstarter, we have, I believe, 10 more days until our Kickstarter campaign is over.
So make sure you go in. Well, right now, you're on the internet watching this, right?
Yeah.
Hop over there, too.
Yeah,
And what
go
was
there now.
The website, again, is whoisthewraith.com.
.com.
So hop over there real fast. We're going to be taking a break in just a second. And check it out. And if you feel like donating, what's the minimum on there?
The minimum is $2.
Oh, well, get over there and kick in $2 now. Our fans are stingy, but we'll make them do it.
Everything
Stingy
counts.
but wealthy.
Stingy but wealthy, yeah.
Everything counts, just some count more than others.
Yeah, oddly enough, out of the 300,000 viewers we have, most of them are upper class, middle-aged white people who voted for Romney. Most people don't know
Interesting.
that.
Really?
Yeah.
That those
I
focus
feel,
groups are really paying off.
I feel sorry for them.
70% of our audience is retired sea captains. Most people don't know that about our demographic. So, well, Derek, I want to thank you for coming on the show today. I really appreciate it. And we'll try to kick some people over there to you as well. We'll post some stuff on the Facebook and see if we can't get some people over there. But it sounds like a great project. And really, we try to support artists here in Dallas a lot. But seeing a film project, because that was what my degree was in, I'm always trying to put film things together. And I understand how hard they are to put together and pull off, because any one or two people backing out can completely cripple a production. You know? And so it's nice to see people actually succeeding and getting through with it. So if you need any help, you want to come back on the show, let us know.
Absolutely. This is great. I didn't realize we could bring beer. So next time.
Fool! This is the internet.
Next time you'll just have to bring twice as much
He's
beer.
got a
I
jug
will.
of cider over there.
Yeah.
I'm kind of jealous.
Homemade.
Homemade cider?
Homemade. So, yeah, next time feel free to bring that in. We're also allowed cats because it's the internet.
Yeah,
So,
well, yeah.
What about dogs?
well, you can bring dogs, but cats do better. Then we can post it on Reddit. So, and have you posted anything on Reddit for some of the promotion stuff like that in the Dallas subreddit?
I've never really used Reddit before.
That's something you should check
I've used
out.
4chan a lot more. I'm kind of ashamed to say, actually.
No, 4chan's look, when I feel like debasing myself and feeling worse about humanity, I'll hop over to 4chan. That's not a problem. But you might actually want to check out Reddit. It's a great tool we use for promotion. But the Dallas subreddit and just locally, and then there's a whole indie film section too, which just has a lot of advice. But not only that, people will check out your project. It's a great place to put up your Kickstarter as well.
Okay,
So
yeah.
you're welcome.
I'll check that out.
So
Thank
once
you.
it takes off,
I learned something today.
Yes.
that never happens. All right. Well, you're watching the DELoL show. We want to thank Derek Welly for coming in today. So whoistthewraith.com. Make sure you check that out. Hop over to their Kickstarter page and please donate. People need to be helping Dallas artists a lot around here. This is getting ridiculous. So we appreciate it. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back with a review for This is Spinal Tap.
She's got to be the prettiest thing that I ever did see with my own two eyes. She's got everything it takes to make me weak in the knees. And right now I'm on the ground, 'cause I swear she's doing a number on me. You and me as love. So let's get straight to the point. Show me how you're feeling, honey. Oh, give me what I want. I'll give you everything that you need from me. So let me turn down the lights. Oh, let me see you move your body to the beat of my heart. I've got about $100 that says you can't move that fast. This is my one request, as long as you know that, baby, anything goes. Don't you speak a word to me tonight. I said don't you speak a word to me tonight. Oh, just hold me, baby, like you never wanna let me go. Time is money, so let's get right down to business, honey. Just one more kiss would make me melt to the floor. Time is money, so just show me how you're feeling, honey. Oh, give me what I want, I'll give you everything that you need from me. So if you're feeling how I'm feeling, if you wonder like I do, I've got the answers to your questions, and I never ever had to say time is money, so let's get right down to business, honey. Just one more kiss would make me melt to the floor. Time is money, so just show me how you're feeling, honey. Oh, give me what I want, I'll give you everything that you need from me. Time is money, so let's get right down to business, honey. Just one more kiss would make me melt to the floor. Time is money, so just show me how you're
All right, and we're back. We're going to be talking with Tito from Onward We March. He's agreed to sit in for this quick little review. We're going to be discussing the classic oldie but goodie, which, by the way, we're starting a new segment of old films that we want to review that if there's no possible reason to review them. Except that I was reading this article the other day, and Jake, you can kind of help with the statistics on this, that just by the number of people born every year, there's 100,000 people that have never heard of any certain topic at any certain time in America. So there's a good possibility that a lot of younger people haven't heard of this as Spinal Tap because they suck.
Yeah, well, kids these days.
Kids these days, yeah, with their jelly babies and their hula hoops.
Yeah, seriously.
That's the kids, right?
I saw one of them riding a bicycle once, and I was like, God damn.
God damn kids. So we're going to be talking about a little bit the classic Carl Reiner film, This is Spinal Tap, which, of course, launched the career kind of Christopher Guest, who plays one of the lead guys in that. And that's where they that took off the mockumentary craze that Christopher Guest did. And then with Best in Show and Mighty Wind and Waiting for Guffman. Huh? Yeah, he wrote and directed all those, and that was because he was in. Most people know this Christopher Guest, also the Six-Fingered Man in Princess Bride.
Oh. Was it Carl Reiner or Rob Reiner?
Rob Reiner. Did I say Carl Reiner?
He did the jerk. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right. Carl Reiner's the jerk and the man who, the Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid. Yeah. Which we'll come back to those some of the time. Let's just review that one now. I love that movie.
We should just do a whole Rob Reiner / Carl Reiner.
Get confused? Yeah.
Movie review. All of
them. Rob Reiner, I'm sorry, yes. So for all the people at home that are Wikipediaing me and emailing in now.
I'll set my glasses there and tell you.
Yeah, those damn fact checkers.
I believe you mean Rob Reiner.
Knock it off, fact checkers. The election's over.
So, of course, This is Spinal Tap is the mockumentary about they started as a folk group and then ended up becoming a metal band in the 80s known as Spinal Tap with the umlauts. And not enough people appreciate that. I don't like to use umlauts a lot. I'm always worried they're going to roll down off the letters and become accidental punctuation.
Yeah.
That's really confusing.
That happens all the time.
Yeah. It's a Terry Pratchett joke.
I got it.
He got it. Nobody else in here did. Yeah. But so it's like I said, Michael McKean, Christopher Guest, Harry Shearer, the voice of Homer Simpson. And
do Homer Simpson.
Do what?
He doesn't do Homer Simpson.
Oh, that's Dan Castellaneta. Henry Shearer's the other guy on the show. He does Mr. Burns. There we go. Good Lord, I'm like full of inaccuracies today.
I'm just like,
I like it. He's just going with his gut.
Yeah, that's just it. It's like Colbert says, it's the truthiness. If it feels right, that's what I'm going with.
There you go.
Besides, that's what she's here for, is to correct me on that. So Henry Shearer, the voice of Burns. Comedy classics. That's what I was getting to before I was so rudely interrupted on my own damn show with my own name on the sign. We gotta get a sign up there. Jay, you're on that. Get the sign.
All right, I'm in charge of signs now.
Yeah, you're in charge of signs.
Right.
So, by the way, call M. Night and haven't fixed that one.
Oh
too.
God, don't even get me started on that piece of crap movie.
So, this is Spinal Tap. Okay, let's talk. We got a little bit about it, but the basic premise is it's a fake documentary about a band that is doing their new URS tour.
Whoa, it's fake?
Dude, I don't tell people that when I have them watch it. And I didn't tell Carol, and she got about 30 minutes in and was like, is this a comedy? I was like, yes, this is not real. Sorry. So, and it's actually known for some of the classics in rock and roll and some other fields that you've heard of, like This Goes All the Way to 11, that most people have heard. Now that's from Spinal Tap.
Yeah, well, I was going to say
you might want to get up 11. On that mic a little bit there.
No, I was going to say about 11. Actually, the first time that Derek and I played together, we were told that we had to have a band name. Uh-huh. And we're like, well, we don't have one. So we're just like, well, we'll just be called 11 because we go all the way to 11. So it's very significant.
Interesting enough, the first amp I ever bought is a Fender Bronco Tweed amp. I don't know if y'all have ever seen those. Great amps, but they all go to 11. And that was their shtick for that retro look. But so it's a mockumentary where they're doing a newest tour, but they're basically falling apart the entire time. Taff, why don't you give us a little bit of your impression? We've all seen this movie, I think, plenty of times.
Oh man, I don't know. I think it's probably a classic just because there's so many quotable lines on that. I think it's one of the movies that the Alamo Drafthouse does a lot, come out and quote movies with this. Like, one of my favorites has always been the scene with, like, the smell the glove, and they go through that whole particular scene where it's not sexist, but it clearly is.
Yeah.
Even as a
How
girl,
is that sexist?
it's
She's
funny.
on the floor with the leash around her neck, and you're shoving a glove in her face.
What's even better is they're like, yeah, it's supposed to be sexy. That was
yeah, the confusing
exactly.
sexy and sexist. Well, and there's a lot of stars in it doing cameos. Billy Crystal, Fran Drescher, Rob Reiner. I mean, I'm only thinking of 2 or 3 of them. I mean, there's every person you turn around in that movie it's somebody who ended up becoming famous or was famous back then. And that's kind of too, they pulled in everybody for that movie.
Pulled in a lot of favors.
And, it wasn't written either. That's almost all of it is ad hoc at the moment. They would set up a situation and ask them about it. And one of my favorite bits is how they always have the drummer. They've mysteriously gone through drummers, like 6 drummers, and they all die under mysterious circumstances. And I think that's one of the best gags because as being in a band, I know what it's like going through drummers. It's like, really? Is it really this hard? Yes, kids at home. That is the most difficult part of keeping a band together is keeping a drummer who knows what he's doing from dying. And so
you're not dying, are you, Dave?
Harder than you think. So Jay, give us a little. What do you think about the film?
I have actually never seen that movie sober.
I think that's the way it's supposed to go.
Yeah, that's the way to see it.
There are a bunch of really little parts that I enjoy, but my favorite one is when they unveil the Stonehenge.
Yeah. Now,
is it supposed to be monolithic structure?
Right. They want to do a large, bombastic, grandiose show of like demonic proportions. And first of all, they have the. That's in The Simpsons. I forget they did a Spinal Tap in The Simpsons where they lower down Satan and it starts deflating. And they're like, oh, hell, you are over, like, deflating and falling on top of them. But, they want to make a giant Stonehenge for this song. And he means to use the single prime marking a foot at the end of it. He's like, this is 6 feet tall or, 18 feet tall. And he accidentally puts the double prime, making it inches. And they, at the show, this huge thing's listed up, so they're rocking out. And it's this little Stonehenge this big. And they're still having to dance around it and make this big. The little people
are bigger than the Stonehenge.
Which makes no sense. That's the little people are Irish, and then the Stonehenge is English. And they're still prancing around it. It makes no sense at all.
It adds more to their stupidity, because they clearly have messed up even more so with getting the
one of my favorite bits, too, is when there's the song where they're all 3 playing basses.
Yeah.
Has everybody ever noticed that?
Have you ever seen the when they did the thing, I think it was like Live Aid or whatever, a couple years ago, where they actually got everybody to come out on bass? Like, they're like, it's James Hetfield on bass. They literally had 20 basses on stage.
Is that one called Mud Flaps, I think is the song?
Big Bottom. Big Bottom. Yeah,
no.
Got a Big Bottom.
That's a different one. No, they're playing electric on that one. The one where it's all bass is maybe that's Farting in the Wind. Does anybody own the soundtrack? I actually own the soundtrack from the film. And there's a couple of songs on there that are not on the movie that are really good. Blowing in the Wind. That's the name of the song.
Yeah,
you were supposed to correct me on that one.
Farting in the Wind?
I was going to let you go with it because I have the VHS that has like, Bitch School and Big Bottoms and then Rock and Roll Creation that has like, the videos that are actually from that movie. If you don't have the soundtrack, you're missing out because there's extra songs on there that you didn't see in the movie.
Well, and the lyrics for Big Bottom is Big Bottom, my girl's got 'em. Talk about mud flaps. My girl's got 'em. See, I messed that up again, too. Why is nobody else participating in this mishmash of wrong information?
It's just fun to watch you play.
Yeah, just let him go.
It's like a train
Let
wreck.
him go.
It is. I don't understand. And the funny thing is, we watched this like a week ago, and I was just horrible.
But
well, once again,
were you sober?
No, I was not sober
See?
while watching the film.
Just something about that movie. You'll wind up drunk by the end of it without drinking anything.
Now, I've seen the movie at least twice sober, but I was like 15 when I saw it.
Really?
So that was the last time I saw it.
I think it's
sober.
a regular, at least once every other month, if not monthly. For me.
Every other month? See, I see it at least once or twice a year.
It survives?
Oh, no, I have the actual DVD. My VHS is the one that has like all the music videos from it. It's old school.
Oh, the extended edition one.
Yeah, which is like a set of like music videos for Spinal Tap. It's not even like part of the movie. It's just they released
You gotta
it
fast forward.
because I have the Spinal Tap.
Yeah, that's the problem is you got to fast forward through everything.
Yeah.
Let's do a review on an oldies but goodies review on VHS tapes or Betamax.
Kids aren't going to know VHS, let alone Betamax.
Well, kids aren't going to know Spinal Tap. That's why they need to go and watch.
So, yeah.
Kids, if you're watching at home, I don't know why they would. This is a very adult show. Fuckers. But go talk to your parents. Stop them from having coitus and be like, I want to watch Spinal Tap.
Do it right
and
now.
get a doctor to check my voice condition. This is weird. So, well, anybody else want to say anything about Spinal Tap other than obviously?
I still think my favorent scene is the one where in the dressing room and he's talking about how the sandwiches and the bread's so small, and he's got this giant piece of meat. He's like, I don't understand how this is supposed to go, and he's like, well, you just fold it. We fold the bread and it falls apart.
I don't
And then finally at the end of the guy says, no, you're right.
Yeah, he's just giving.
You're right. We'll fix this. Don't worry. It's just like
there's the other classic scene of when they have to go through airport security. And it's Henry Shearer, right?
Yeah.
Has he's going through and the beeper goes off and they start wanding him and his dick goes on. Hi kids. His dick goes off a couple of times. So they have him unzip and he pulls out a cucumber and it's wrapped in foil. And when I was a kid, that used to bother me. I'm like, why did he wrap it in foil? That was only going to trigger it. And then it's still like that made no sense to me. Well, if you watch the DVD, they have 2 commentaries. There's the one where it's the filmmakers talking about the film, but then they also have one where it's the guys in character, as if they're 20 years later watching their old documentary. Now, if you haven't seen that, that is absolutely genius, because there'll be parts where they're watching and they're like, I don't even understand what I was talking about at this point, or I was so high. But they get to the point where he pulls out the cucumber and Christopher Guest goes, now, why was it even wrapped in foil? If your whole point was to get through it looking like a big dong, you got yourself caught. And they kind of point out that flaw that had always driven me nuts in the film. But yeah, especially if you haven't seen it with the commentary, oh my God, that is because they're older and wiser now, and they're so fucking stupid still.
At least they're older.
Yeah, they're definitely older. And I always liked in the Christopher Guest film, Mighty Wind, when they get the folksmen back together. It's the same 3 guys from Spinal Tap. So everybody in the theater like lit up. All the older people lit up, and all the kids were like, "Shut up!"
And all the hipsters were like, "Oh, that's so meta."
Yeah, that's so meta. Not meta at all, but
Well, they toured, and I think it was called Unmasked, and it was like the 3 guys doing like all the Spinal Tap songs and all the folk.
No, they toured for a while even after the movie too. It was my father said
recently. This was like a few
really?
years ago. It was the guys as themselves. They played it in their Kia. And it was just an all-acoustic set of them doing all folksman song and all Spinal Tap songs.
I'll see, that would be pretty cool. I don't know if back in the day, because my father saw them, I don't know if it was called, they did it as Spinal Tap or they did it as something else. But yeah, he said it was pretty impressive because the guys can obviously actually play their instruments. And it was very, very impressive to watch them do that.
Everybody they get in their movies are very talented. Like, if you want to branch out into the Christopher Guest movies, like, Catherine O'Hara, like, plays the harp and plays the guitar and she sings.
Well, Mighty Wind, look at everybody. I think the only person that couldn't play was Parker Posey. And they said either pretend to strum a guitar or answer his tambourine, but everybody else in that entire movie could play an instrument.
Like all of them.
Yeah, and it was really impressive. And it's also kind of cool to go back and see how that was a springboard for all the Christopher Guest films. He clearly said, that was a great idea.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, nobody's done that as a series, or as a set of films yet. And, he took that and he ran with it. He made it his own, because I got to admit, when I think mockumentary, I think Christopher Guest, not This Is Spinal Tap. But I think that the quintessential film is, for me, the fake documentary is or either Man Bites Dog, or but there's no music in that, or This Is Spinal Tap. For those of you that don't know, Man Bites Dog is this fake documentary, and I think it's in the Ukraine, but it follows a serial killer around going and killing people, but it's made as if it's a real documentary following the serial killer around. People actually thought it was real and complained to the government, and it got shut down. But you haven't seen that, kids. Enjoy. There was some. I think that was rated X for a while, and they had to cut it down to an R-rated movie.
Wow.
We'll do that, a review on that for a while. But let's say out of 17 stars, what do you? From 3 to let's say the scale is from 4 to 17.
4 to 17.
Yeah.
I'd probably go 17.8.
Yeah, that's not bad. I like that. Jay?
I'd put it at a good 15.3.
Okay. Tito?
56.
56.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it 3 thumbs up.
Yeah.
So it's
good.
off the charts.
Wow. Yeah.
Totally different movies.
It is off the charts.
So we're all recommending people at home need to go check out This Is Spinal
just
Tap.
for the quoting alone, there's so many references.
That's it's like almost like Rocky Horror Picture Show in that sense that there are so many lines. If I watch it with anybody else I know, it's you can't even listen to the audio track.
Just mute it.
Yeah,
Mystery Science
and just go along with it.
Just talk over it.
But seriously, if you haven't also seen the commentary track where the guys are in character, go home. If you own the DVD, go home today, pop that in, and pull it up. It's wonderful.
Magical.
So, well, on that note, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with Onward We March, the prog rock band here from Dallas. Tito, wave to the cameras.
Yeah, hi.
You want to give us a little teaser there for what's coming up?
Well, okay. No, I mean, what kind of teaser? What do you mean? Like, what do you want?
Is wearing the nipple.
I did. Well, I was wearing my nippleless shirt. This is the 3rd time this weekend that we referenced nippleless shirts. I don't understand.
Do you get nipple chafes? Do they bleed?
Well, yeah, sometimes. But yeah,
that's from the clamps.
We got the guys here. Hopefully we'll make a dick joke or two. So.
All right.
At least one.
Some Richard Nixon jokes. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be back with Onward We March. All right, guys, we're back with Onward We March, the ska band from Seattle.
Yeah.
So
it's actually we're
making the
grunge
journey.
ska. So
yeah.
I don't know what that
Feel free to get up on that mic a little bit more, drag it closer to the edge.
Just
and stay
hold
with
me
us.
like this.
Ska-core.
All up on it.
Man music.
All up on it.
It's nerdcore rap.
Nerdcore. Yes.
Nerdcore rap.
Our genre changes
Core.
daily.
So tell us obviously prog metal.
Yes.
Obviously people at home. So you should be hopping over to onwardwemarch.com real fast while you're listening to this and pop some of that open and look through it. Y'all are on Bandcamp. You have Word songs up on iTunes now. Or is it going to be up on iTunes?
There's going to be on iTunes. Actually, that's going to be December 1st. That's actually when our official release, but you can actually listen to the EP on Bandcamp right now.
Yeah, I tried to download it.
Yeah, you can't download. You can download one of the songs, but yeah, we're not giving it
rigged
away.
the internet.
Pretty good stuff. So we got some music
We're not
videos for you
whores.
guys here to watch. Out. So we got some music videos to watch. We got a few MP3s that we're going to play for other people at home today, and
Sweet.
we're going to show them the cover of the upcoming album.
Yes, we
Really
actually
excited. I
have
like
a
that.
couple copies here somewhere.
Oh, very nice.
I think we lost
They're
them
in my
already.
eco bag.
The eco
Yeah,
bag.
I thought we'd save the Earth right before we destroyed it.
Well, 2012 is coming up. I plan on taking out a shitload of credit.
We're in
Yeah.
2012. It's not
I
coming up.
plan on
I mean,
just
well,
taking
the
this-
December 12th, 2012.
We're living it for almost a year.
We're living in the past.
I do like the jellyfish. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
Who
pretty
did the
sweet.
artwork?
Artwork is a local
Hey, hold on
art-
just a second. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Who did the artwork?
That's a good point. I was just about to get to
I'm
that.
so glad that someone asked that.
Yeah.
you
Sorry, I
know,
don't mean to
'cause
interrupt.
I
Can
was
you answer
really
her
lying
question,
here.
please?
Dan Kolser. He's a Transylvanian artist out of Dallas who's very adamant about it. But he just did that custom piece for us. He showed up at practice and he's just like, I'm going to listen to your music and I'll make something for you. And he just came
and
out
then I
with
will
that.
suck your blood.
Yeah,
Very
no,
cool.
that came after, and that was
yeah.
that was a different guy. That was a different guy.
He's
Less
got a
blood.
picture.
He only met us at night.
There we go.
Yes.
Let's, Jedi, is this close enough? I need to move that a little bit. We also got a digital picture that Jedi can just throw up. Why don't we do that? Since it is 2012, like you're talking.
Use the internet.
There should be one. One of the
Interwebs.
images should say a album cover on there. So if anyone wants to see
Yeah,
it,
something like
that's what it
that.
looks like. So the three songs are Ocean Harvest, Trust Me, and Vigo.
That's
I
correct.
read those. That was from memory.
Yeah.
Is Vigo
So
any
there.
relation to the
Not the back of
Ghostbusters?
Shut up!
Wait, can you answer
You
that
out.
question again?
Is Vigo in any relation or heads up to the Ghostbusters 2?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to
Butch.
interrupt. Yes. Can you answer her question, please?
Yes. Actually,
It's
there's a
just
line.
funny.
Actually, the whole movie is about Vigo the Carpathian.
Get out!
There's a line towards the end of the song where we just quote the movie directly. Is "Bring me a child that I might bring and live again." So
Yeah.
it's just like,
Nice.
Now, do you
dude,
think that Ghostbusters 2 was an homage to this album, and particularly
we
this
think
song?
so?
Yeah,
I mean,
we're big time travel believers here, and we pretty much
Nice.
think everyone kind of stole our stuff. So
Now, as time travelers, are
yeah.
y'all of the belief that there's the fixed point timeline where whatever you do in the past, is already what happens in the future, and therefore there's no paradox? The paradox creating time travel, like in Back to the Future, or the multiple worlds time traveling scenario where each one creates a branch off different universe.
no, I never thought of
Yes.
that. I bought the new Coke because I liked it. I didn't realize
Thereby destroying an entire other galaxy.
I didn't realize I would cause problems with that. I just want a delicious drink. We
Travel
should
back
we
in
should
time to
rethink
kill
our
one
plan,
Hitler.
guys. Yeah. That would have been good. Oh, son of a bitch. We're starting a Kickstarter to kill Hitler. Entry level prize is a T-shirt.
Surely, if somebody puts that up, they will
I
get.
helped kill Hitler.
Yeah, it's like, look, we don't know if we can do it. We don't even have the technology yet, but we want to raise about $3,000, and
Yeah.
we're going to start. We're going
Yeah.
to try.
We will
exactly.
People would donate.
Because
Or
like
go there.
$3,000 in today's money is like
Infinity.
$3,002 in last year's money.
Yeah,
or
you
something.
go
Or
back in
they look at it
time.
and they go, $2011 bill? What is this bullshit? Plus, we're in Germany. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Only they'd say in a much more angry accent. They do this.
Yeah,
That's
that
German.
seems pretty
Oh, yeah,
appropriate.
that's-
Yeah.
With the mustache.
I don't support that.
Should have worn the mustache.
So
today.
time travelers.
So,
That's what we
right,
roll.
yes.
Yes.
So roll that back. Segue that back into the
Okay.
album that y'all are promoting.
Well, we traveled back in time
To the ocean.
To the ocean.
There's an 8-second delay on this broadcast.
No, you're supposed to breathe. Remember,
Oh.
breathe,
Yeah.
breathe, breathe when we come here today.
So 8-second delay, and but fuck jellyfish, because I remember when this guy. No, like going back at least to the artwork, at least I went and talked to him. He said, "Hey, I heard you had an idea." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm gonna draw some jellyfish." I was like, "I fucking hate jellyfish." That is brilliant.
That's what makes them scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and they're also they look like
skeletal and
skull and oh, I didn't notice the little faces.
Yeah, they've
in it
got
all the way down.
faces. Everything Dan does is little faces hidden in it, so it's like there's people wrapped in the jellyfish.
That's even
and
creepier.
They're really douchey jellyfish.
Yeah, I did not notice
They're
that
not the
before.
snuggly kind of jellyfish.
So, what is Ocean? Like we already talked about what Vigo is about.
Yes.
The Ghostbusters 2. What is Ocean Harvest?
Well, we name our songs before we actually write anything about them, and so
I'm the exact opposite. I'm like I agonize over a perfect title that
we
fits.
just like no seriously. We'll had a song we named it like Butt Muffin one time, and so we had to change it to actually make it to where it sounded like a metal song.
Well, we had this song. One of our songs on our last album. We original name was Mother Bitches, and I mentioned that to Mom. She was like, "You don't mean I'm a bitch, do you?" I'm like, no, we just make it up. And
But as far as what the song means, you gotta ask this guy. He wrote all the lyrics, so
we'll get on that.
Honestly, it's.
Thank you for dressing up.
Here, no, wait, I'm getting a picture of that. It's too
As you
sweet.
can see, we're close in this band.
That's good.
Actually, I just write lyrics that are kind of about whatever I feel. They told me the song was Ocean Harvest, and I was like, cool. I'll put it as the world getting flooded, another doomsday thing, But they give me the song titles, and I just run with it because most times it's okay, great, that works. I don't want to fret.
I want to get together and write a song with you. I like I like how that works. So who's the lead singer? I'm gonna guess.
That guy.
Fella right here.
Right here.
Who's the lead guitarist?
I guess it's me. I don't know, but we don't really have like lead parts. I mean, there is one song that's a solo, and that's me, of course. But we kind of alternate as far as like who has the leadish type parts, as far as me and the guy that's not here.
Otherwise, they get catty.
Yeah. Who's the lead
their part.
bassist?
I am the top 3 bassists in this band.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah, I
He's at
play
least
this.
one of the
He
top
handles
three,
the
yeah.
whole bass section.
I plan to, I choreograph everything. I bring in the cellos, the strippers, everything.
You're the party.
That's my
it's
biggest
a full-on
complaint about
party.
He
this
made the
show.
cider too. So
Made the cider. That's right.
It's pretty
I
delicious.
have a whole bunch of jugs in my fridge of delicious homebrew cider.
He means hooker jugs.
Yes,
that he's murdered.
that's
in.
right. I keep them in plastic baggies. Does anyone want any?
Yes.
And who's the lead drummer?
Second chair.
Second chair. Very nice. Somebody went to band.
Who's
Back
that
in high
guy?
school.
No, I didn't.
This feller's Jay's friend up from Houston.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were one of the band members. They just kind of.
No relations.
He's one of the dancers.
He's the fluffer.
Yeah. You know in Snoop Dogg's band, the guy that dresses in the green that's over to the side?
I like the green hat. Let's
Yeah,
go.
it's,
Like green
it's
hat?
just like that, except with more booty popping. Like we really
that.
we are an ass band. All
That's
about that
cool.
ass. Yeah.
All right, a new song called Onion Ass. Write it. We're
On
there.
it. Yeah.
Cake.
Cake. Done.
Yeah. Before that.
So how long have y'all been together?
Oh man,
Well, I mean, like romantically or
Yeah. How long have y'all been doing the human centipede from the
Yeah.
oh, since the beginning.
okay.
We invented that. That movie is based on us. Actually,
they're based on us. We're waiting on the royalties. They should be in the mail. But no, we started. Tito and I met back at UTD in the jazz band when we were playing Duke Ellington tributes, and this guy starts playing Slayer's "Raining Blood" during the middle of a solo section.
I started in jazz band too, and they always
it
get
was
mad at me
cool.
for playing
It's,
rock. And
Slayer's that song. But I was like, dude, it's jazz band. I was like, this is gonna be fun. I was like, all right. So I threw that in some solo or section that I was doing. I was like, fuck it.
I got in trouble
Slayer.
for playing Led Zeppelin bass parts during jazz songs sometimes that they would fit to the chord arrangements.
They do.
I would play not what's in the book. I would play Led Zeppelin parts or other
You
parts.
cad.
And my teacher was clever enough to be like, stop it. I know what you're doing. Now the old folks home does it. But I know what you're doing, so cut it out. Let's take a quick look at one of the music videos. Tito, you sent a couple of them over earlier.
Yeah, a couple of live videos.
Ocean Harvest is one of them. Did you see
Yes.
that? Jada, can we get
I
that
think
pulled up
so.
real fast? Let's take a quick look and see what you guys do live.
Not much.
Other than this bullshit right here. Let's see what you do on stage.
See what it is that you do.
Doo-doo.
Poop joke.
Can anybody tell me who this is on the stage? Who is this band on the stage?
We're a band by the name of Metallica.
This is Onward We March.
All right, very nice. Very, very nice. I've seen a lot of hardcore acts here in Dallas, and I got to admit, I don't care for all of them. I like that. Very nice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, is this your first album?
This is our second EP, actually.
It's our second one, but it's our first one with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually the better of the two, honestly.
You always got to say that.
Yeah.
As they say for David Sharon, too.
Well, it is.
As they say for Sammy Hagar. And this was the best one.
It's an interesting story because like the last time we released an album, that our old singer actually quit the day that we released it.
Yep.
That's obnoxious.
That was
So
the last
we were
show.
like.
And it was a mess in the studio because there was a lot of he'd try singing and changing all the parts in the studio, and we wrestled with that. And yeah, so our first CD release show was the last show with the singer, so we had to go on and try to find a new singer, and had some wonderful interviews, wonderful band interviews. All of them were good, wonderful people.
I'm going to start a show where all we do is discuss trying out people for bands. This is one of the absolute most mind-numbing, head against wall beating things to do in your life is trying out band members.
I think my favorite quote is, "We know the jail in Denton really isn't that bad. I mean, I was only there for a couple nights and everything, but the guy was asking for the punches, and I promise I won't start any more fights in this next band, unless anyone really is asking for it."
Yeah, I always like when people say, we know this guy named Ray, who is a little bit crazy, and he always talks about what a pacifist he is, and how nice he is, and he's always like, I'd never do anything. I'd never start fights. I never cause problems. I mean, unless they are asking for it.
Then
and
you
it's
gotta
like,
lay
what
down
qualifies
the law.
anything? Like, anybody could be asking for it.
Hey, can you punch me in the face right here, please?
I mean,
right
I'm a
now?
vegetarian, and I never eat meat unless it's really delicious smelling.
Yeah.
That's the only time I get around to eating it.
Yeah,
or
that's
if it's
cool.
bacon.
Oh.
We actually have Jay and I have a friend that is a vegetarian.
Except for
And she's
bacon.
like, I am a hardcore vegetarian, except for fish and bacon. Sometimes I eat pork and steak.
Oh.
And she will tell people
that's
that.
That's not
Shaking
bad.
my fist
Yeah.
angrily at her.
So it was when they deserve it,
That's why people ask me, well, you
That
don't eat
pig
fish?
looked at me funny.
It's people like that. I'm a vegetarian, but I eat fish.
Yeah. You're not a vegetarian. You're a very, very, very picky meat eater.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
The fish
Still
tree.
eat heartbeats.
Do what? Oh, they have
I
heartbeats?
said you still eat heartbeats.
I have no problem with that. Tasty, tasty.
Yeah, we're
heartbeats.
metal. We actually eat babies before practice every single day.
I believe it.
Yeah, no, they're delicious. They're real tender.
They're high in protein.
yeah,
and
high in
iron.
protein.
I should introduce you to my atheist group. We'll all get together and eat babies.
That sounds
we'll have a buffet
delightful.
where everybody
Yeah.
brings different baby meals. Yeah.
Baby back
I
ribs.
just wish they didn't.
Legitimately.
I wish they didn't take 9 months to marinate, though, man. That's a long recipe.
But that placenta is the best meal.
Placenta stew is one of my favorites.
There's a lot of ladies I know who eat their own placenta after they give birth. Because
Stop
of all
it.
the-
That's
makes
gross.
sense.
Now, that all was funny.
That absolutely makes sense.
I'm talking science and truth. They're like, that's gross. But
We were
grill
trying
and
to go
bacon-
with our gut, like we have been, and you had to go and fact,
Gross is
And
up.
fact it up.
fact it
Yeah.
up.
I've never told the
Placenta's
truth
been
ever.
healthy for you.
All generalizations are a lie, including
That's
this
right.
one. The so what are y'all looking to do? So this comes out December 1st. Is my microphone on?
sir.
Can anybody else hear me?
Yes.
I don't mean in the room. Jedi, is my mic going? It feels a little quiet. And it's really, really important for the people at home to hear me. They're at home like right
the
now going,
host.
I can't hear him! Because they're
Fans-
on meth and they're scratching
Our
out
fans
the-
are dying by the
this.
handful.
And there's spiders under my skin. So this is going to come out December 1st. Y'all got a show coming up for that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can we throw up that flyer for that as well, Jedi? But it's okay. Tell us a little bit about the show that's coming up.
Well, it's December 1st at the Boiler Room down the street from here, actually, on Elm Street, corner of Elm and Crowdis. We've been doing this thing lately where we actually book all of our own shows now. The Boiler Room has been really awesome
Yeah,
as
they've
far
been
as just
groovy.
say, hey, here's the dates. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's nice when you can find a venue
And
like
so they just let us bring all of our buddies on board, and we just kind of, it's all good bands. We just got kind of tired of playing the local bottom feeder scene, I guess.
And it's always the same bands, the same people that you saw, like, the night before at a different club, and
Exactly.
tomorrow at another club. It's
Exactly.
over.
So we try to change it up. Well, a
Well,
lot
it's
of
nice
times
y'all
we'll
supporting
have,
other local artists. I know I
Yeah.
heard this story about what happened to y'all recently with the show that was booked, and somebody that made it recently kind of
Yeah.
undermined what artists should be doing for each other. So it's nice that y'all are booking stuff together.
Yeah.
But is it all metal bands when y'all book shows, or is it
Generally,
eclectic?
yes. I mean, we'll have to span different genres within the metal scene. Like this show has the opening act is really more of a slower, progressive. I don't know. They're kind of sludgy,
Yeah.
slow, kind of toolish in a
Who you
way.
guys playing with?
The band that we're playing with, we have Bear Witness, Color of Ohm, and Enormicon.
Haven't heard of any of them.
Yeah.
But they're all, this is why you should go to the show. Yeah.
If you do like metal, they are all good bands. I definitely enjoy their music. Yeah.
Like, I wish we could have booked more bands because there's just a lot of great metal bands in Dallas. And last night we were actually down for DOMA, Dallas Observer Music Awards. Not a single metal band.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of like, hey, there's so many great
Where's
metal
all the
bands
angry
out there.
people in black t-shirts?
Yeah. We're going to go
Those are my
promote our
people.
show. We're like, everybody's wearing skinny jeans and pink t-shirts. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's
like,
a different scene now than it was about 5-10 years ago.
So it's like, it was all electro pop and hip hop. Great bands.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there's a lot of great bands out there last night. If you missed it, you missed out.
ADD killed it.
Yeah, but as far as the metal scene, we're just like,
no one's representing.
No one's representing anything. We just kind of look like.
So what happened recently with the show y'all had booked? Y'all had a book with an act that had recently gotten signed.
Basically, we actually were supposed to play, I think, like last week or the week before that.
November 3rd
or something like that. I'm not really sure. I mean, we were just kind of like, okay, cool. The owner of the venue, he was like, hey, I really want you guys to play with this band. I think it'll be really good for you guys. They're signed. They're a progressive metal band. They're from Dallas area. We'll get you all guys on.
We won't say the names. We don't want to promote.
Yeah, we don't want to.
See, I'm curious. I'm like, can you?
No,
name
we'll talk
names?
about it after. But apparently, no, not on the show. Well, why give them the promotion?
Yeah, but apparently, I think they were on tour or something like that. So they had tour mates or whatever that they wanted on the show, and they wanted to book their own opening act, which is cool. I mean, the show was a good show as far as the bands that were on the show. It was a good lineup. It was a great lineup, but it was just one of those things that was like, we thought we had this date lined up because we haven't played a show since July or something. So it's been a while. We're getting very blue balled as far as shows are concerned. But swollen and testicles.
Yeah, worst.
Yeah,
that sounds awful.
I need to go to the car really quick. But no, it
just didn't work out the way we wanted it to, and then we kind of were scrambling for a date, and this is the date that ended up happening. So it
happens.
It worked out. So I mean, it was just kind of like a bummer, but we still got a date. We still got a CD to release. We're still going to play a show. It's still going to be a good time. So also, I worry about it.
Well, I'll tell you what. I want to thank you guys for coming in. I'm really excited. December 1st. First of all, check out onwardwemarch.com. Check out. You have a Facebook page.
Yeah. Yep. Facebook.
And do you have a Twitter page?
We got everything.
Do you have an allrecipes.com
We
page?
do. We should because we have baby stew that we make every other Wednesday.
Jellyfish puree.
Jellyfish puree.
Jellyfish jelly.
Oh, jellyfish jelly.
That's ridiculous. Who would make that?
I mean, write that one down.
But we got some good, healthy goat head tacos.
Great, very nice.
So
onwardwemarch.com has links to everything, so you can branch out from there. You can check out the show date December 1st at the Boiler Room.
Yes,
correct.
Yes,
and that's a great venue. If you haven't been over there, make sure you check that. I mean, if this will be your first time to go, it's a fantastic venue. It's very big, lots of room to. Is the moshing? Is that what the kids do nowadays with their hula hoops?
That and
that's a call.
Fighting ninjas
pelvic
or
thrusts.
Yeah, they fight invisible ninjas. Have you seen this?
I have.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Not at our shows. We take care of the ninjas beforehand.
Okay.
So yeah, we get some invisible samurais to take care of that for us beforehand. So everybody's just kind of
it's expensive but worth it.
I actually kind of accidentally spit on somebody once. I don't know. I spit in the air sometimes.
It wasn't accidental. It was a hit.
Yeah. My girlfriend was.
And then we were like, I accidentally told them, "Screw you, Jew." And I was like, I'm so embarrassed. That was an accident. Hey, little known information: Jews love prog metal. They're always there.
Fact.
You can their little things bounce. Yeah. Well, they don't. Yeah, instead of headbang, they get the little things going up and down. All right, so we got one of the other songs that we have. We're gonna play during the next break. Jedi, what song is one of the ones up next?
Trust Me.
So we're going to hear Trust Me during the next break. Make sure you catch Onward We March December 1st at the Boiler Room. That's going to be a big show. I know we're all going to be down there. So even if you don't like them, you can come and say hello to me and Taff and Jay, and we'll spit on you for not liking.
Well, Dave will be giving out free blowjobs. So
and Tito will be giving out free spit apparently.
Yeah.
And they are of the lowest quality.
Blowjobs and the free spit.
Yeah. Well, the split is to help with the blowjobs to make it a little bit more.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
See, teamwork. Yeah. We tell you, it's not an adult show.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're going to listen to Trust Me by Onward We March up next. When we come back, we're just going to wrap the show, talk a little bit about what's next week, and say you're welcome for, me bringing you such great content. Yeah. Cool.
This. what you have. Bring you close. Paralyzing soft caresses. Sure, no intent. Won't you let your head down? You can trust me. Now that we're woven together, there's no need to leave. Inject my venom, bring you close. Gotten what I came for, nothing more desired. Aren't you so glad you trusted me?
With a lot of weird. Hey guys, we're back. We want to say thanks to Onward We March for being in studio today.
Yeah, thank you guys for having us.
Particularly Tito, who was the best one out of the whole group. Honestly, dude, the rest of them kind of blew.
But just real quick, I want to say,
but they're pretty good at that. Though.
This show was dedicated to Dave's mom.
Yes.
So.
Oh yeah. This show goes out to Dave's mom.
Just wanted to
round of applause for Dave's mom. I'm sure she's listening in right now.
And
his kids.
We're at home watching the
earmuffs.
podcast. Yeah.
Thank you. Hi, Katie. Hi, Josh.
Well, I want to say thanks for coming to the studio today. The music's fantastic. We're going to be out there December 1st at the Boiler Room, onwardwemarch.com. Of course, make sure you check that out. Derek Welly as well from the movie Wraith that they're going to be shooting starting after New Year, so check that out. Whoisthewraith.com. You also need to check out, of course, DELoLshow.com, you bastards, because that's the most important thing. They'll have a link to everywhere else.
Yeah.
And, check us out on Facebook, on Twitter. Taffeta, you have a little Twitter there too, don't you?
I do have a Twitter. I got a little Twitter. Just Taffeta Darlin, no G.
Very nice. So make sure you check all that out. Next week, we're going to be doing a 2-hour live remote from Froggy's Toy Store. That's Froggy's 5 and 10 on Knox Henderson. If you've never been out there, man, this place is freaking awesome. It's has anybody else ever been to Froggy's?
Yes.
No. Carol, shut up. I've drugged you there. I know that.
Remember?
It's where Carol and I take our kids all the time when we go for toys. And for our toys, the kids don't get nothing. If I bought the kids toys, I couldn't afford what I wanted.
So
And
it's
when
that
they
kind
have-
of toy store.
Yeah.
Okay.
So- No, they have great retro classic toys and classic like candy too and stuff like that. And say like the metal wind up toys and stuff. But
And
they have
Pez, like,
and
crazy
Pez
amount
and
of Pez
board
dispensers.
games and like it's
Doctor Who stuff. Now lately, I think they're kind of getting hip to the Pac-Man stuff and the Super Mario Brothers stuff.
yeah.
So
And but they've just got awesome, great, wicked vintage stuff. And I guess there was also technically Tadpoles, which has cool kid stuff. And honestly, I'll wander around the infant store and be like, I want that.
they have the best finger
That
puppets.
looks cool. I want that hat. And like, it's way too small for me, but they have a dino hat that's knitted. And I'm like, God, I want that thing so bad.
Get it.
But anyway, so next week we're going to have the 2-hour-long live show from Froggy's. That's going to be really, really exciting. And we're happy to be there and support such a great place. I go there for pretty much all my gifts for everybody else. But we want to say thanks for watching the show. Once again, Onward We March. Round of applause. If you have any questions, you can send us an email, and you can check out the DELoLshow.com, and that's how you get the email address. I'm not going to give it out on here. Do a little work yourselves, people. And you're welcome for such a great show. You've been watching DELoL.